Hey, fellow Stock Guardians. Happy Thursday, July 22nd, 2021. I'm Hoda, Stockcard CEO, reporting to you from a green stock market, but only barely. I looked at the new jobless claims report and its impact on the indices, researched 3 social media stocks that boomed today, Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat, and dug into the new COVID variant antibody therapy that brought ImmunoPrecise stock up 136%. Today's market indices ended the day in the green, but just barely. The new jobless claims released by the Department of Labor were up 51,000. That's one reason to dampen investors' mood today. However, it was not quite successful at outpacing the bulls. Tech stocks are back up lately as investors become more cynical of the stocks that are tied to the economy's reopening, like transportation and financial services stocks. Overall, the negative and positive forces balance each other out to an almost flat day in the markets. Before getting to today's stock analysis, let me give a shout out to all of you Stock Guardians. Thank you for watching, reading, and listening to the daily market recap reports every day. The Stockcard platform is your stock market research digital assistant and tool. I'd like to invite you to give it a try if you haven't already done so. First, hit the like button, subscribe to the show, and then create a free account on stockcard.io. Thanks for becoming a new Stock Guardian. Social media stocks took the market by storm today, led by major growth coming out of the pandemic. Digital ad spending has barely been stunned by COVID and is still on track for great growth this year. While tech stocks across the board were making moves, let's look at 3 big names that showed up on the winners list. Twitter, ticker TWTR, made headlines today announcing earnings with a 74% increase in revenue year over year. This is the company's fastest revenue growth over a quarter since 2014. Facebook, ticker FB's stock, also shot up today as it rolled out its e-commerce shop feature to WhatsApp and Facebook Marketplace. Originally, this was only available on Instagram. The company is also developing an AI-assisted virtual search feature for its shop. Over 1 billion people use Facebook Marketplace, making it a lucrative spot for e-commerce brands. Snapchat, ticker SNAP, is the last of our trio. Share prices began to climb today as hype surrounded its earnings report. Like other social media companies, it was expected to post great numbers. As of 5:30 Eastern Time after hours, investors loved what they heard and the stock is up over 15%. The earnings report showed a crazy 116% growth in revenue year over year. Snapchat is a great example of a social media application that has been able to evolve and adapt to the culture over time. If you look at the company's stock card, you see it belongs to several market themes, including augmented reality, digital ads, and so many others. It's quite diverse business, despite what many assume. As soon as I clicked into today's winners list on the stock card, I noticed ImmunoPrecise, ticker IPA, at the top with a whopping 136% gain. What's causing all this stock commotion? I say commotion because of the 88 million plus trades of IPA stock that happened today, much bigger than the norm of 50,000 or so. ImmunoPrecise is a technology company that has developed advanced ways to isolate antibodies and research them. This is invaluable to companies developing vaccines and other therapies. Clients of ImmunoPrecise can have antibodies screened from any animal or tissues provided. The company's Polytope antibody cocktail trials were proven to be effective in treating COVID viruses in animal tests as well as in the lab. An antibody cocktail treatment is an injection of antibodies from immune cells that mark and attack viruses in the bloodstream. Even better, this is already designed to handle variants of COVID, like the Delta strain that is on the news lately. While you could take the huge jump today as face value, the stock card presents some cautionary tales. Like all pharma stocks in clinical trials, the success of the stock is dependent on trial success. You can see on the company's stock card, it's not a top holding of any ETFs. If it continues to lead the antibody development for COVID variants, then we may see a huge surge in ETF purchases, and that may push the price up further. Nevertheless, it's a risky bet, as is the case for the majority of clinical trial stocks. You may still invest in it, but be aware of the amount of risk you're taking. That's it for today. If you haven't already done so, please give StockCard a try, research as many stocks and ETFs as you want, and consider following a few successful investors by visiting the Stock Picks page on the StockCard platform. Don't forget to sign up for a 14-day free trial with promo code ROLLWITHRCEO, all lowercase and in one word. Like, subscribe, and share these daily market recap reports with your friends and fellow investors. Come back tomorrow for another market recap reports. I'll see you then.